Excuse me. Hi, Drew. Could you talk a little bit about what attracted you to Berkeley and when you made the decision and and how do you like it so far?
Yeah, for sure. So when I entered the portal, I was getting hit up by a bunch of schools from the South and stuff. And I'm originally from Colorado. So I was trying to look to get back out West, and like no schools were really hitting me up out West. So I just started sending out emails, and Berkeley responded. And then I started getting in contact with them. And I'm like, oh, this would be sweet to go to Berkeley. So that's how it originally started. And then ever since then, I mean, I've loved it here so far. I think it's an awesome area, and I've had a great time.
And David, any follow-ups?
Yeah, a football related question. Are you doing a lot of work on special teams, and what special teams are you on?
Oh yeah, I mean, I started on all four core four special teams at Kentucky, so I want to play all four here. So far in camp, we've only gone over punt, and I'm on the punt depth chart right now, so I'm looking to be on all four here, and I was on all four at Kentucky, and I love special teams, huge special teams guy.
Great, thanks.
Okay, Jake Curtis.
Yeah. How do you expect to be used at the fullback spot?
Oh, I mean, Musgrave's offense is a dream spot for me. I mean, if you looked at him in the NFL, I've watched Andy Janovich for years because I'm from Denver, and Musgraves was at Denver, and Janovich made himself a Pro Bowler, got a nice contract. I mean, that I formation offense is beautiful for the fullbacks. I can't wait to be a part of this offense.
Jake, any follow-ups?
Do you expect to ever carry the ball?
I don't know about running it so far, but I mean, definitely catching. I'll give a few catches, but yeah, running it wise, I don't know yet. We'll see.
Okay. Trace Travers from Rivals.
Yeah, hey Drew. For some of us who may not know, can you explain what the core four special teams are?
Yeah. So the core four special teams are punt return, and kickoff return. And I mean, kickoff is probably the greatest thing in football to begin with. So I mean, nothing better than that.
It's absolutely true. I'm a big fan of punt block and return myself. But I want to add, how's it been kind of these first 2 days getting used to, lining up as a fullback? I think you played mostly as an H-back at Kentucky, so you're getting more in the backfield now.
Yeah, it's definitely different because Kentucky, I was H-back, 2-point stance. Here it's, traditional fullback, 3-point stance, I formation. I mean, I kind of love it. Honestly, I like it better here because I like that old school fullback role. So yeah, I mean, it's been different getting into a 3-point stance, but I mean, I've loved it so far.
Is it something you've done before? Because you played a lot of linebacker in high school.
Yeah, exactly. I've never gotten in a 3-point stance until, a couple days ago. So, I mean, it's been different, but I mean, it's fine. I've loved it so far.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, Tracy, good. Jim McGill, Bear Insider.
Hey, Drew, welcome to Cal.
Thank you.
So can you talk a little bit about your impressions of the culture of the program that Coach Wilcox runs here? He takes a lot of pride on the caliber of student athlete that he brings in, not just on the field, but character. What have you noted in the locker room so far?
Oh, I mean, the culture is completely different, honestly, here. Like, you can tell everyone, really smart students, they're all interested in different things outside of football, whereas Kentucky, it's kind of just like people are, really focused on football, and that's it. Whereas here, you can tell a lot of these guys are focused on academics as well. I hear a lot more conversations about schoolwork here, and I mean, the culture-wise, it's been awesome so far. Everyone's held to a much – I mean, I don't want to bag on Kentucky, but they're held to a high standard here, academics and football-wise.
Do you feel like there's a lot of camaraderie on the team?
Yeah, I would say so. I think it's more difficult for me coming in because this is the first 2 days ago is the first time I even saw the whole team for the first time. I was only working out with guys of, 12, so I really only knew like 12 guys. So it's kind of a crazy time for me to come in, but I can tell that this team definitely has that camaraderie factor.
Thanks.
Okay, Lorenzo Reyna from 24/7.
Drew, got a couple of questions. So your running backs coach is Aristotle Thompson. It just so happens that at Cal Poly, he was in an offense that used the fullback. What's your relationship like with Coach AT so far?
Oh, I mean, Coach AT is awesome. He definitely stays on everyone to, do it his way. He likes everything done his way. I mean, I just got to get used to, the whole lining up in the 3-point stance, and then the technique stuff is a little different than the stuff I'm used to. But yeah, Coach AT has been awesome so far.
And my follow-up question is, at Kentucky, I researched that Lynn Bowden Jr. and Benny Snell were two of your teammates. What was the experience like playing with those guys?
Oh, I mean, Benny Snell has been my boy since our first day on campus. That's one of my best friends. I love Benny Snell, love blocking for him. Lynn Bowden was a couple years younger, but he's also my boy. Lynn Bowden was, crazy dude. He was awesome on the field, playing at quarterback, wide receiver. He could do it all, and he is a special talent.
All right, thanks.
Okay, I think Jake Curtis from SI has another question. Jake, are you there?
Yeah, Trace Travers mentioned something about alpaca farming. Can you tell me what that is?
Oh yeah, I mean that's definitely my retirement dream. The first time I was driving through these mountains of Colorado and saw an alpaca farm, I'm like, what are these animals? And there's a huge alpaca show going on, and I fell in love with them. Definitely gonna raise my alpacas in the mountains of Colorado when I'm older.
Can you expand on that? What is alpaca farming?
Yeah, so I mean, you can do a lot of different things. Some people do it as a hobby, some people do it as business. I kind of want to incorporate both, but I mean, it's a great animal. It's kind of like a llama with a few differences. And you can use their fur for nice, fleece coats, for blankets. You can sell them for it's a crazy business. There's many different things you can do with them.
Thanks.
I don't know what the next question can be after that, but we'll challenge you, Jackson.
I did have a football question, but I got to follow up with that. At Cal, are you taking anything academically that's going to help you in that venture in the future?
Oh, I mean, I'm an entrepreneurship grad certificate right now. So, I mean, come on, it's the perfect thing to help my alpaca business.
Awesome. And back to football, I wanted to know about your relationship with Zach, just him moving to fullback just last spring, but he was with the installation process. I mean, is he teaching you some things, or are you the vet and he's kind of the rookie relationship, or how's that going?
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I mean he knows the offense, gets it down. So I'm kind of asking him some questions, just get in here. I'm like, so how do we go? Like, how do we do this? How do we do that? So yeah, he's been awesome so far and helping me out with the playbook.
Thank you.
It looks like Trace Travers has another question from Rivals.
Yeah, I wanted to follow up on the entrepreneurship certificate. That's a new program at Cal. I believe you're the first to go through that. How has that your experience been in that program so far?
Yeah, I mean, it was a crazy start because I was the first person ever put into this program. So no one really knew how to deal with it, all the academic people. So I kind of had to do a lot of stuff on my own, figure it out on my own. But I mean, so far that program's been amazing. I'm working with a lot of international students as well as a basketball player who's turned out to be one of my best friends here. But yeah, the program so far has been amazing. Nothing like anything I've ever experienced.
Which basketball player are you working with?
I'm working with Ryan Betley. He's actually a fellow grad transfer from Penn. Mm-hmm. So yeah, me and him are kind of boys. He likes football too, so we watch Monday Night Football together all the time, and yeah, it's been awesome so far.
Thank you.
Okay, Jim McGill, looks like you have a question from Bear Insider.
Just a follow-up to the certificate program. I know a lot of fans are curious about how it's working. Do you view it as a great alternative to being in a master's program where it's quicker and more focused? And how relevant do you see it being to the career elements that you'll be experiencing later after football's over?
Oh yeah, I mean, I get a lot of that, if it's only a certificate. And here's my thing. I'm like, I could go to some other school and it could say, master's, MBA, or I could go to Cal Berkeley and no matter what, if I have a piece of paper that says Cal Berkeley on the top of it, I'm gonna be fine wherever I go after football. So that's really why I came here, because even if it's a certificate, it still says Cal Berkeley on the top of it. So that's what my thoughts are on that.
Thanks.
Okay, anybody else have any final questions? Okay, Drew, well,